Composed of 1,200 islands in the Indian Ocean, the Maldives is a country threatened by both climate change and current political unrest. The now former President Nasheed, who just weeks ago was forced to resign due to a military coup, held an underwater cabinet meeting addressing the likelihood of becoming the first country of environmental refugees, making headlines across the globe and causing people to pause and consider the potential impact of our current lifestyles.
Through painting, drawing, collage, and multimedia, North began conceptualizing the project underwater from her San Francisco-based studio, while simultaneously continuing to explore natural virtual phenomena as seen through energy fields of pattern and chaos, simulating extreme weather by heating, burning, flooding, and painting directly on water.
Waves, in the form of resonance found in nature and the visual patterns formed, drives much of my work. I've shifted from expressing waveforms through algorithm-based gray tone paintings to chaotic fields of ethereal oscillations, to vertical bands of acrylic striated vibrations that formed waves both illusionistic and in three-dimensional form. Through my interest in weather systems and storm frequencies, I notice a connection between my process of art making and meteorology. Much as an atmospheric scientist or a geoengineer would use charts, graphs, symbols, and equipment to identify and forecast patterns based on past trends and fluctuations in the weather, I am systematically attempting to control and forecast the flow of paint, while simultaneously embracing chance and disorder through several processes including gravity paint pours and the elements.
North's studio work directed her to investigate the plight of low-lying island nations that risk going underwater due to climate change, which is how she became fascinated with the Maldives.
This past summer, I spent a little over a month in the Maldives on a research residency that was organized by the National Art Gallery in Mali. The first week I was there, I gave a presentation at the gallery that was attended by local artists and students. One of the artists in attendance, Fazel, asked if I would come into his culture class that he's teaching for architecture students at Maldives National University. Together we brainstormed ideas to design a city park using recycled materials that will further the illusion of the water filling in the area. These students have continued to be an integral part of the project. I also had meetings with both the founder, Ali Rilwan, and the director, Ahmed Ikram, of Bluepeace, the Maldives' oldest and most active environmental NGO.
North was escorted by Ikram to tour Thilafushi, an artificial island created as a municipal landfill situated just a couple miles west of Malé. Garbage Island was an emergency measure adopted to solve the area's trash crisis. Its ominous dark plumes can be seen from Malé, the adjacent resorts, and the nearby inhabited islands. By the end of her residency, and during a second meeting with the mayor of Malé, North was directed to consider using the largest building on the island, the Daru Barouge Convention Center and Park area in the southeastern corner of the island, home to the Tsunami Memorial. Underwater is essentially a community public art project that creates a melting pot of sustainable technologies involving a green, or rather blue, redesign of architecture and a city park. The mural in situ, in the spirit of North's mixed media approach to painting, will be composed of sustainable materials such as vertical and rooftop gardening, integrated solar panel equipment, mirrors, and nanotechnology paint that will cool the building, reducing the air conditioning costs of the convention center. Other local sustainable material options are still being explored. The team plans to use this area for several purposes, creating a cornucopia that revolves around the idea of sustainability, while also building community through a collaborative effort to raise green awareness.
This project involves so many different people from the community, so many artists, so many students, and really it's a project about hope. It's a project about sustainability and the beauty of all those things in life, and actually fighting for our survival through the guise of art in a way. I mean, there's all these different green elements with the aquaponics, with the biogas, using solar panels, integrated solar panels, and vertical garden, rooftop garden. You know, all of these great things, medicinal herbal gardens, and a natural swimming pool for children. But it's this overall kind of doomsday scenario is what the art piece is. but the actual effect is so positive and so beautiful that it's inevitably going to bring life to that area and bring people together that wouldn't be communicating if this project wasn't happening. So that's really exciting to me.
Through the cooperative efforts of our large team of artists, ecologists, designers, architects, and college students, we are taking the steps towards an ongoing international collaboration. Inadvertently, Underwater is already creating a natural exchange between Maldives National University's architecture students and my current students at Pratt in New York. So these are some of the architectural plans for the city park that's adjacent to the convention center. This is the road leading from the building. This is playing with the idea of actually making blue tiles that would then go in the road and some of the other roadways around the building. And this is the National Convention Center. Many government events, private parties, weddings happen here. And we're proposing to also make it more of an art venue with film screenings and different kinds of performances and impromptu and one-night art events. It's printed on a seismograph. So this is an earthquake that happened somewhere in California in 1966. I want larger countries around the world to notice the consequences of the interdependent global economy within the Maldives and other low-lying islands in the Asia-Pacific region. Though I realize that Underwater will not keep the sea from rising over the islands, the intent is to raise awareness and offer sustainable alternatives to the people of the Maldives and beyond. If we're able to raise the necessary funds for production, the project will officially begin to take place this May. Currently, the Maldives Democratic Party is calling for early elections, which may slow down our goal of beginning project creation this summer. However, it's important that I continue to research, design, and plan in Male. I want Underwater to be a positive light breaking through the political dark cloud, offering an outlet for creative expression and environmentalism. The nature of this international collaboration will ultimately lessen the feeling of isolation by forming bridges between countries and cultures. I thank you for taking the time to watch this video and showing your support for our project. You can view and read more at underwater.jennanorth.com.